We'll get out of the demo screen there. So this is Shenmue, a game that was made popular on the Dreamcast, and now you can play on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. This is, of course, the PS4 version here. And we're going to go ahead and restart, because it has been a long time since I played. So, yeah. Allergies kind of have the best of me today, so if I cough just a little bit, it's not what you think it is. It's just me coughing, so don't worry about it. I am killing some time waiting for Persona 5 Royal to open up at midnight Eastern here, which is about 2 hours away. I don't think I'm going to stream for 2 hours, but you never know. So the interesting thing about this, well, we'll kind of go over some of the interesting things, but the thing I noticed right away is how much sharper this looks than the original Dreamcast version. Probably because of the higher resolution. That's the infamous black car. We'll hear more about that as we play. Check out the koi pond. And yes, the audio sounds like it was filmed or recorded in somebody's bathroom. I believe the way they said they got the audio was they recorded it from a Dreamcast, I think. So it's not going to sound all that sharp. This is a highly narrative-driven game, so I'll only be talking kind of scattered until we start playing so that you can kind of see what's going on. Definitely setting the stage here. And you can definitely tell this is 86, the way that Ryo is dressed. Got the flight jacket, acid wash jeans.
Fukusan! Fukusan! Ryo-san! Fukusan!
Wow. Riveting. If you've played this before, or if you've heard of it, you probably know a lot about the story, but those maybe that haven't, I don't want to spoil too much yet.
Father! Stay back,
Unnecessary zoom.
For the last time, where is the mirror? I've no intention of telling you.
Mm-hmm. That scar is mean looking. Motion blur.
Father! Why you...
That was a smart move.
Now then. No matter how often you ask, I'll never tell.
Oh boy.
No, don't. Hand over the mirror. Or else, your son. Wait!
Ooh.
The mirror. It's buried under the cherry tree.
The voice acting is this game's funniest point for sure, and we'll hear a lot more of it as we go.
Tao? That's the name of the man you killed in Moon Swoon.
This voice actor isn't
It
bad.
can't be. You. Get up. I'll allow you to die like a warrior.
Oh boy. It's a nice little fireball motion there.
Father.
I must have one eye closed like Popeye.
Wendy-sama, we have it.
Apparently, he hired 2 Agent Smiths to help him out there. The door closes on its own. Like the overacting kills what is actually a pretty cool moment in the game.
Father. Forgive me for leaving you alone. What are you saying?
He's dying, dude.
Father.
Oh.
Your friends. Keep friends. Those you love close to you. No. Father.
Darth Vader moment.
No!
There it is. Again, the overacting kind of kills it, but it is a very powerful moment in the game. The music is a great background setter. I believe that Yuzo Koshiro had something to do with the music, at least the Shenmue theme. The setting is definitely dark and foreboding. The game looks very good on the system. It looks very good in HD. D3T did a pretty decent job upgrading the graphics. And again, you're talking about a game that's now 20 plus years old. So we're still setting some things up here.
A letter for Hazuki-sensei.
So she's basically like the house caretaker. More overacting. Now, I will say for the record that back when this game came out for the Dreamcast, I think it was 99 in Japan and then 2000 here in the US, it was very impressive for the time. You have to understand that back then, the consoles that we had were the PlayStation and the N64, and while those were still fairly advanced, they were starting to show their age, and then you had a system like the Dreamcast come along with its sharper visuals, its sharper textures, and just look phenomenal. So it's taken us about 9 minutes to get here. And this is one of the more interesting things about Shenmue is you get a little notebook here, or a memo pad. And while there isn't a lot of need-to-know information here, when you start to turn the page, you get some phone numbers, which will be important. You will use the phone later on in the game. And then you get some notes. And this is really cool because if you don't play the game for a while, actually, I'll move a little bit over this way because I'm off-center. If you haven't played the game for a while, this catches you up on what it is that you need to do. Which is really cool for a game like this, because if you switch back and forth between a lot of games, you wind up not playing this for like a couple of weeks or a couple of months, you can really lose your place. So we'll shut that. Now here we are. Now, here's the thing about Ryo. Moving Ryo is tank-like. And the idea of this game is that it's very open. Ugh. So you hold the L trigger and it puts you in a first person mode, and you can actually open up drawers, and sometimes you'll find things and other times you won't. It is really important in this game to look in everything because you never know what you're going to find. Socks and underwear, that's not necessary. White t-shirts, because that's all he owns. Because reasons. More white t-shirts. Here's a big drawer. Got all of his jeans. And again, more white t-shirts. He has an obsession, apparently. And a bunch of magazines here. Boy. And it looks like Bruce Springsteen there. I don't understand it. Maybe I can go over here. There we go. We'll open this cabinet. And nothing. Bunch of shirts. And that's pretty much it. So you hit the circle button to back out of there, and you just keep looking around. Now, the controls definitely take some getting used to. I'm still screwing things up. And already here we have our first item. It is a cassette tape that you can look at. Kind of, and you can keep it by hitting the X button. And you can actually change some of the background music in the game later on. You can also turn your lamp on if you want. There we go. Shed some light on the situation. And you can scroll down, and again, we have more drawers. This is basically looting the game. There is a Sega mini cassette player / recorder. And he grips everything with excellent care. Go ahead and we'll keep that. There's also a Master System guide in there. Let's reopen that for a second. Come on. So Master System stuff, which is a shout, of course, to the early system. Calculator. This looks like his school drawer. No Mo. And let's go down one more. And there's a picture there, and you can take this. And this shows Rio and his friends. There's nothing on the back, really. And again, you got to remember, this is back in '86. So this is before digital cameras were a thing. Again, Master System stuff, because reasons. And one more drawer down. Yeah, there's another cassette tape here. Go ahead, you can take it. So we already have 2 songs we can listen to right off the jump, which is kind of cool. And we'll shut that. You can look at other things. There's like the alarm clock, which you can't really do anything with right now. So first person, you'll be spending a lot of time in first person in this game. And it can definitely get, until you get used to things, it can definitely be bewildering if you haven't played this game before.
Ryo-san, you should still be resting.
I'm fine, really. And you? Are you alright?
Yes, but I must keep busy, otherwise I'll get depressed.
I understand. But you needn't work too hard.
Yes. Oh, by the way, I have this for you. This is for today.
So Rio gets an allowance
I'll leave
of
it on top of the
500
shoe
yen
cabinet
every day.
Do you know where Fukusan is?
Fukuhara-san, I believe he's in the dojo.
Really? Thanks.
Now, in this game, there is a lot to do and a lot of ways to spend your yen. And if you are not careful, you will rip through your yen really quickly. I am almost too often guilty of this. And depending on how long the stream goes, you'll probably see why. It's a good idea when playing this game for the first time to just go through and loot everything. Got some batteries here, which will come in handy later. Remember when we needed C batteries? Well, you probably don't, a lot of you watching, but I remember when C batteries were a thing. They still are in some aspects, but thankfully not as often these days. Nope, nothing there. Something else to draw your attention to is the clock in the upper right-hand corner. It is a dynamically moving clock. The day progresses as you play. There is no stopping. The day continues on. And this becomes important later on in the game when there are certain things that open at certain times or close at certain times. So you have to kind of keep an eye on the clock. The other reason to keep an eye on the clock is the fact that Ryo needs to be home by 11 o'clock. If he is not home by 11 o'clock, the game stops. You are forced to go back home. That was worthless. And the day ends, and you kind of get admonished by the caretaker. So you kind of have to exercise some time management. And for some people, they're okay with this. For others, they're not. When we open this up, look what that is. It is a Sega Saturn. And that's all you can do, is just put it at the top of this, on top of the TV. You can't play it. You can just look at it. Again, the second Sega shout-out, we had the Master System paperwork in Ryo's desk, and now we have the Saturn console, which just sits on the top of the TV now. You can't play any games on it, which is kind of too bad.
Ine-san,
Go-san,
you must be tired. Perhaps you should rest.
I'm fine. If I don't keep busy, I'll get depressed, you know.
That's just like you, Ine-san. Well, just don't overwork yourself.
Yes,
Where's Fukusan?
he's been in the dojo all day.
All day?
Yes, I suppose
All day,
he's
dude,
working
it's
out
like
his grief
quarter of
over
11.
Sensei's murder. Please go and talk with him.
Sure.
And the cool, you can just rifle through her stuff with her in the room. You're not going to necessarily find anything all the time, but still it's a good idea to look. There's a coin purse there, but you can't take that. We talk sometimes, or some people have talked sometimes about how in RPGs, it's basically just a loot fest. You go into people's houses and you just take what you want, whether it's gold or armor or potions or whatever it is, and this is very much the same setup. Ine-san doesn't matter how much stuff you go through, you can loot whatever you want. Look in this drawer here. Yeah, nothing. A little bit of close quarters, and again, the getting around the house is definitely it definitely takes getting used to if you haven't played this game before. And even though I have, I still struggle with it a little bit. This is not good. All right, let's just go. So later on in the game, when you leave the house, depending on the different places you've been to, there's some fast travel that can take place from the house, which is nice. The R trigger, by the way, makes Ryo run, which is good. Oh yes.
Keep your balance. That's right. Now listen. Tighten up your abdomen. Straighten up. Find your center of balance. Yes, like that. Yes, good.
Oh, I didn't unlock that before. It's kind of sad. I mean, the narrative in this game, when the voice acting doesn't get in the way, is actually quite good. It's very interesting. The story, at least here, is definitely compelling. You want to know who the killer is, and you want to know the motivation behind it. So there's definitely a reason to keep playing the game. So back to the dojo we go, which is the scene of the crime. There is his friend Fusan.
Is everything okay?
Don't worry, I'm fine. I want to ask you about that man.
Here we go.
Oh, that man.
The man called Landi. What did he talk with my father about?
Landi demanded the mirror, and then they threw me out of the dojo.
Literally.
The black suits? Catch the names?
I don't know. They came out of nowhere.
I see.
He got beat up pretty good.
Thanks, Fukusan. If you remember anything at all, be sure to tell me.
Ryo-san, why? What you gonna do? Ryo-san, where are you going? You're not going after them. Please don't. Look what they did to Hazuki-sensei.
They killed my father, right in front of me. I will have my revenge.
Oh boy.
I need to do this. For my father.
Okay. So as we go to the book here, again we see some reminders. 500 yen is your allowance every day. We already went to the dojo. Unfortunately, stuff doesn't get crossed off, but you always have to look at the latest entry. I'll get revenge for my father and ask around to see if anyone saw men wearing black that day. And thus begins the adventure in earnest. And now there is a lot of question and answer where you just talk to random people like all the time. And it is simultaneously the most interesting and also the most menial part of the game. Okay, you can't open that. I always like to look around just to make sure that I'm not missing things. Alright. So, we get out of the dojo, we get off the property, and we are now on our own for the first time. It's not Yamano's, it's Yamanose. And Ryo can run without limitations, so you can go ahead and hold the R trigger down as much as you want. And now we get our first interaction outside of the home.
Hey.
Hiya! Are you looking for something?
Nothing really.
A little less sugar, kid.
Hi.
Hi, mister! You want to wrestle?
Some other time, okay?
That's awful forward. So you will notice when you look, you'll be able to see the names of residences and things, and that will also come into play later on.
Hmm?
Hey, Diogo!
Hi, Megumi. You got a kitten in there?
You promised not to tell
What you got in the box there, kid?
Sure.
Okay, then I'll show you.
Is this your kitten?
But this kitty, see? She's all alone.
All alone?
Yep. See, the other day, when it rained, a car ran over her mommy.
It's dark.
My big sister saw it. She said it was a big black car.
A black car?
Yeah,
A black
and
car?
she said it was really scary. And then me and Sis, we buried the mommy cat. And so now I can be the kitty's mommy. But Mommy says we can't keep the kitten at home.
So you going to keep her here?
Yeah, everybody's helping out too. Like Kota, Yasuo, and Kaio.
I see.
Kitty don't look so good. Think she's hungry?
Wait a second.
Okay.
Go with the dried fish.
Do this, so it's easier to eat.
Wow, she's eating.
She's so tiny, but already an orphan.
It's so sad. Yamagi-san almost got ran over too.
Yamagashi-san?
Yeah, the car was going so fast, he got shocked and fell. And hurt his backside, so now he stays home all day. When
So
I
he
go to
fell
the
on his
candy
butt.
Shop, I always stop by to visit him.
Yeah, it's close by there. Megumi, you need to be careful around cars too.
Yes.
Well, I've got to go now.
But wait, we gotta think of a name for the kitty.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, when I think of a good one, I'll let you know.
You promise? Bye-bye, y'all.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So, hanging with the cat is something you can do in the game too. You can go pet it.
You're still so tiny. Doesn't that feel good?
Those textures aren't quite right, but that's going to happen.
You look good. You're so cute.
Alright, so let's get back to the adventure here. In Sakuragaoka is our next stop. As we're now in the early afternoon. As we look in our notes here, we're reminded we need to go visit Yamagishi-san. So see if we can find him. And you can literally talk to anyone. Now, whether they respond to you is a totally different matter.
Oh, hello, yo.
Kondo-san, the day of the incident, did you see any men in black suits?
The day of the incident? You mean the day it thundered, right? I didn't see them.
I see. Did anything unusual happen around here that day?
Not that I'm aware of. But you know, Sumiya-san knows about everything that goes on around here. It'd be good if you tried asking Sumiya-san.
I see.
So bad. And what is the lady in teal doing there? Let's talk to her for a second.
Mishima-san,
Oh, hello, Ryo.
that day of the incident, did you see some men dressed in black suits?
Black suits? No, I didn't see them.
Well, did you happen to notice anything unusual?
Oh, nothing worth mentioning.
I'm
I
looking for anything
am
at all.
acting.
Is there anything you remember?
I'm sorry, Ryo. The weather was awful, so I stayed inside all day. Did you ask Sumiya-san? She knows about everything that occurs in this neighborhood.
Is that so?
It's rough, ladies and gentlemen. It is rough. Alright. On we go. Got a little convenience store up here. And our first opportunity to spend money, by the way.
Excuse me.
Yes.
What's this nameplate say?
It says Tajima.
Does it? I'm trying to find the Yamamoto's house, but see, my eyesight is bad, so...
Don't worry. I'll look for it. Wait for me in that park up ahead.
You're so kind. Thank you so much.
And I'll just stand here and exercise my back, and oh man, I guess maybe I'll move. Okay, so now we look in our book and we have to find Yamamoto House. So what you can do here, you can look at nameplates or you can try and find maps here. I believe there's a map a bit further up. Is this it over here? Ah! No, that's not it. There is a map somewhere around here that you can look at. Might be down here a bit. There we go. So when you look at the map, whoa, whoa, whoa. So basically the Yamamoto house is here, it looks like.
Yamamoto. That's it. Guess I'll go get that lady.
So now we gotta go to the park. Yeah. Jeez Louise. Then walk up to the park. She was already here.
Ma'am, I found it.
Did you? Thank you so very much.
To be so close.
This is it.
Thank you for taking the time to help me, young man.
I have to go now.
There are so few helpful young people these days.
Them crazy whippersnappers. He's already gone, by the way, lady. He didn't hear you. Okay, so we've done our good deed for the day. We can go back to the park if we want. Because there are a couple of other people there we might want to talk to.
Yuji.
Yo.
He didn't say yo, he said Rio.
Did you see some men dressed in black suits on the day of that incident? They were wearing sunglasses too. On the day when it snowed, do you remember?
No, I don't.
I see.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
You're just not even worth my time. That's fine.
Mayumi.
Hey, Rio. What's up?
Hey.
I hear you've been having a rough time. Feel free to talk about anything at all, okay?
Thanks.
If you keep talking to her, she doesn't do anything.
Hey.
I hear you've been having a rough time. If you need anything, don't hesitate to ask.
Thanks.
It's nice that there's multiple lines of dialogue, but for like 60% of the people in the game that you talk to, the dialogue is worthless. There's a cat. You can't talk to it or call it. So there's a store over here, and here are your first two things that you can spend money on. There's a soda machine there for 100 yen a piece. Also, as you look down here, you have some Sega toys and some Virtua Fighter toys. We'll go ahead and buy a Sega.
Toy capsules. 100 yen each, huh? I should buy one.
Let's see what I got.
I know this.
So it looks like a Sonic the
Maybe I should
Hedgehog
get another.
character. We'll do one more. Why not? Oh, it looks like Sonic from here.
This
Nice.
is cool.
Yeah, it is.
Maybe I should get another.
Maybe not. Because we can't be
Changed my
spending
mind.
all of our money already. So you can go into the store, although there's not really a lot going on in there. We'll go ahead and just kind of look inside. Now, if you've played any of the Yakuza games, you're going to notice a lot of similarity. Of course, the Yakuza games are much darker than this, but it's the same general idea, except with a little less exploration.
Excuse me.
What is it, baby boy Joe?
The day of that incident, did you see any men dressed in black suits?
I don't have the time to fool with looking at men.
I see.
Okay.
Did anything unusual happen that day?
You again. With me, every day it's the same old routine.
I see.
Use your head, baby boy Joe.
Yes.
Wow. Thanks for nothing, lady. Sheesh. Use your head. Alright, I want to leave now. So time keeps moving along here. It's now almost 3:30 in game time.
Hey.
Hey, mister! Let's play baseball!
Sorry. Maybe later, okay?
Alright. And more people you can talk to.
Now, Yuki.
Yo!
Got a sec?
Sure. Hey, is everything okay?
Yeah, but hey. On that day, did you see any men wearing black suits?
Black suits? No, I sure didn't.
I see. Any idea who might know about those men in black suits?
Maybe Sakuragaoka Gossip Gaggle might know something. You know how they're always yakking over near the payphone. Try
Yeah, I already
asking
were
them.
over there.
Good idea.
Alright, so we gotta try and find the old guy here. I think I gotta go this way. Like, a lot of this game is trial and error, which for some people is really going to annoy and antagonize them. And other people, they like the exploration aspect, so it really depends on what kind of a game player you are. This also takes you to the next town down. So again, it is very much trial and error, kind of learning your way around the town and trying to find certain objectives and other things. It's certainly, when you're talking about the way that the game is set up, it's certainly ahead of its time.
So sorry. Can't you ask someone in one of the stores around here?
I see.
Fascinating.
Sumiya-san,
Hi, yo.
on the day of the incident, did you see some men in black suits?
In black suits? No, I didn't. But I did see a cat, though.
You mean a black cat?
Yes, it was run over by a car.
It
A
was
kitten
run
was
over by a
crying
car.
nearby. I also saw little Megumi crying with it.
I see. Was there anything else unusual about that day?
Now that you mention it, Yamagishi-san took a terrible spill at the corner by the park. He was trying to dodge a speeding car. Looked as if he hurt his back. I think it was the same car that hit the cat. It must have been going really fast.
So, that's what happened.
I'll give the game this much. The dialogue is very enunciated. You can hear every consonant and every vowel. Okay. And again, this is where, you kind of wander around and it's kind of aimless for a little while. Until you find the place that you want to be going.
Hi, Kota.
Hi there.
Where are you going?
Out.
Is that right? Don't go off too far.
Okay. Bye.
Riveting. Jeez. So one thing you can notice if you haven't if you haven't already is the time of day is shifting. You're starting to see some dimming of the light in the sky, as well as some redness from the sunset. It really looks very good. The day-night cycle, and you'll also notice some weather changes too. Certainly adds to the overall feel and appeal of the game, if you ask me. Definitely ahead of its time in a lot of those categories. You did have some games that had some dynamic day, night, or weather changes, but this game just does it so well.
Hey,
Hey, mister! Let's play soccer!
some other time, okay? I haven't talked to Yomagashi-san yet.
Okay. So we have to try and find this. Oh, there he is.
Yamagashi-san,
Oh, it's you, Leo.
Oh, you.
how is your back?
Yes, it's much better. But how did you know?
I heard from someone in the neighborhood that you almost got ran over by a car.
Well, it must have been Megumi or Sumiya-san who told you. That driver was insane.
Could you tell me about what happened with that car?
Sure. This black car came flying around the corner over by Sakuragaoka Park and went towards Dubuita.
A black car. Did you see the license plate number?
Maybe if there hadn't been any snow. And to make matters worse, I fell over. So I never had the chance.
Oh, well, I'm glad to hear you're okay.
So now we need to go to Dobuita, which is the first city in the game. This is more like a neighborhood here. So we'll go ahead. Whoops. Sorry about that. So we'll go ahead and we'll go down the hill to Dobuita. And it's a little after 5, so we still have some time to start asking around. And as this is one of the bigger settlements in the game, you're going to notice that places sometimes have different hours. For example, when you look at the sign here, they're open 10 in the morning to 7 at night, it looks like. But they're closed right now. Oh, they must be open at night. I don't know. There are people you can talk to in front of the stores, like this guy.
Hi, Leo.
That day, did you see a black car?
A black car?
I hear it came from Sakuragaoka and drove through Dobuita at full speed.
I had no idea.
I see.
Leo, why don't you try asking people on the shopping street? Maybe someone saw it down there.
Yeah?
Yeah, and... So there's a bunch of different things. Here is a, I think, yeah, that's a fortune teller you can go into and try and, if you're lost, you can get a hint from there. There's a burger place where you can talk to the Funny Bear Burger. Okay, and we'll talk to the guy.
Hi, what can I get for you?
I have a question for you. Do you remember the day when the snow changed to rain?
Yeah, I remember.
Did you happen to see a black car?
A black car? Oh, hey, that reminds me. You know that girl over at Ida Florist, yeah?
You mean Nozomi?
Yup. She was spittin' mad because some black car splashed mud on her. I don't know the details, though.
I see.
So Nozomi got, who is also Ryo's girlfriend, by the way, she got splashed by the car.
Hey,
Hiya! Are you looking for something?
nothing really.
Sorry, but, if you're trying to pick me up, forget it. Find someone else.
Whoa! That's rather abrupt. So you have the tomato convenience store.
Do you have a minute?
I'm sorry. I don't feel comfortable talking with strange men. Ask someone else around here, will you?
Hi, I sound just like the other schoolgirl who I passed by. Oh, we gotta go talk to Tom. Gotta go talk to the hot dog vendor. Here we go.
Tom.
Hi, Dio. I heard about your father. I'm sorry. Have one of my special dogs. It'll
Dogs.
perk you up, I bet.
Thanks. I'll have one next time. Anyway, on that day, did anything unusual happen?
No, nothing.
I see. Well, if you remember anything, let me know.
Sure thing, I will.
Tom.
Hey, Dio, keep your chin up, okay? Try my homemade pickles. They're guaranteed to make you happy.
Uh-huh.
How?
I'll drop by later.
How are pickles gonna make me happy after I lost my dad? I don't understand it. Oh, jeez. So many vehicles in the way. Ah, here we go. My favorite part of Shenmue is right in here. Welcome to the U Arcade, a place where it is so easy to lose all of your money. There are playable versions of Space Harrier and Hang On, right over there. Plus there's darts, and we're going to do a little bit of everything here. I think I'm actually going to start with the darts machine.
Darts. One game, 100 yen. I'll give it a try.
So this is just as many points as you can get before you run out of darts, and it's all a timing game based on when you release. There isn't any pressure or anything like that. The faster you release,
No good.
you get a time bonus.
So close.
Love the music too. Got that jazz feel to it. Ugh. Hurry up.
All right.
Ah,
No good.
5.
This is the last dart. Hey, not too bad.
Free game?
I want a free game. I'm getting it.
Okay.
I'm getting it.
Darn it.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. This is the last dart.
Oh, I had it.
Hey, not too bad.
20.
So this is the last free game.
Nice. Alright, so I got the maximum number of free games. That's a plus.
All right.
Perfect. Like, who aims their darts like this? Oh!
Yeah.
I'll take it. Did it again. Nope.
No good.
1. Last dart. Oh, I got 2 more. Okay.
No good. Last one.
See if I can get to 400. Need a 20 or better. Ah, I screwed up.
No good.
390.
I'm number 1.
So that's how darts works.
Pretty good. You
Oh, I
won
want a prize.
prize.
All right.
Here you go.
Thanks.
I got a mini dart machine. All right, so there's darts. There are also a couple of QTE games. And what QTE is a quick
Title.
time event.
One game, 100 yen.
Where you have to hit buttons as quick as you can.
Guess I'll try it.
I don't do well with this. Here we go. Ah, I screwed up.
Second try. Ready, go.
All right. Ah. Last try.
Final try. Ready, go.
Oh. 103,000.
You almost got what it takes.
What? So the other game next to it, which is Excite QTE 2, is the same general idea, but I want to get to the arcade games. I think we're going to start with Hang On here.
Hang on. 100 yen a game.
So this is Hang On. This isn't Super Hang On, so you don't get turbo in this game.
Guess I'll try it.
And honestly, this was the coolest thing when I bought this, is because I knew there were actual arcade games in there. I mean, this runs just like the arcade. And you get that hang-on music. Now in Super Hang-On, you've got turbo you could use. You don't get the turbo in this game. This plays a lot like Outrun. Now, I remember when this game came out, that's all I wanted. I wanted to be able to play Outrun at home. And while I was disappointed that this wasn't Outrun, it was still a lot of fun to play. Now, the top is almost 10 million, so I got my work cut out for me here if I'm going to compete. So when you're playing this game, it's not so much about using brakes, but it's about managing your acceleration around the turns. Sometimes you'll have to use your brakes if you're hitting a turn too quickly. But usually if you ease off the accelerator, you're able to manage the turn a bit better. And you don't want to brake too much, because then it becomes difficult to accelerate. Ooh. This is going to be a problem. And just like Outrun, you get like that S curve. Alright, here we go. We're going to have a lot of work to do here. Now, unlike having this like a regular version of the game where you can mess with the settings, you can't really do that here. So whatever the default arcade setting is what you're playing as. So if you wanted to decrease the difficulty, I should say, you can't do that here. So this is just like going to an arcade, really. You have to pay money every time. It's not set on free play, and you have to be able to play the game well, or you have to practice at it in order to get high scores, which classic arcade game players like myself certainly appreciate. Boy, it's going to be tight. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, I made it! There's no way that I make it to the end, though, because I took too much time. And I think that's water, by the way. I'm actually surprised I made it this far. Must be that streaming luck. Yeah, I got the high score. Alright. That's aces. So I'm not going to finish the game, but I'm going to get pretty close to 10 million. Oh, so close. Excuse me. That's pretty good. I will take that any day of the week. I think you can kind of see... why did I do that? I think you can kind of understand why the arcade can be really catchy for classic arcade game players like myself, and why it's so easy to spend so much money. And back in 1999 and 2000, I mean, we really didn't have versions of games like this just yet. Emulation really didn't take off for another generation after this. Let's go ahead to the Space Harrier machine, which is over here.
One game, 100 yen.
Now, the Yakuza games continued this tradition with actual Sega arcades that you could visit and spend money on. Play games like Virtua Fighter and Taiko Drum Master, and a few other games. And that's one of the reasons I like those too.
Welcome to the fantasy zone. Get ready.
Now, unlike other versions of this game that you can play, like free play or whatever, this doesn't have rapid fire, so you're gonna be pressing the X button or the trigger button quite a bit. Now, I am not very good at this game. Hang On, I do okay. I hold my own, but this game, not so much. I usually do pretty poorly. Whoa, look out. Oh, a tree got me.
Get ready.
Would you just leave me alone? Alright, that was bad. That's a dad joke. And I'm not even a dad. Oh, boss time. And again, this... in arcades, I didn't play this game very much because, honestly, I was cheap. So if it was a game that I wasn't very good at or found myself not being able to get very good at after just a few credits, I didn't play it. I'm better now than I was when this game was new, but I'm still no record beater when it comes to this game. Now, a game like Outrun I can play okay. I can do alright. And I think I've told this story. I know I told it on on RetroWare TV. I had told the story about how... whoa, look out! How playing Outrun taught me how to drive. And that is a very true story. I was definitely afraid of driving, and because I was always oversteering into turns, I wouldn't let the car do the work. I thought that I had to steer more, so I would always like steer the car off the road into the curb. And Outrun with the force feedback wheel helped me alleviate that because it felt more like an actual steering wheel. And I learned how to take corners in that game a lot better. So that helped me conquer my fear of driving and eventually helped me get my license. So that's a true story.
Get ready.
Sad story, but a true story. So that's why it's one of my favorite arcade games, and why, you know, I have it for the Genesis, and I can play it on one of the Yakuza games. I think that it's also playable on Fist of the North Star too. Although I need to get back to that game. Boy, what a perfect time to play that. Speaking of Apocalypse. So I hope that everyone is doing well in this time of social distancing, which now is going to extend through the end of April at the very least, if not longer. It's driving me nuts, I'll tell you. I am looking forward to working with my students again, hopefully very soon. We're going to be doing some strategy planning and meeting this week as far as office hours for students to help them with assignments. So I'm certainly looking forward to getting back to work. I think it is really the one piece of normalcy that I need right now. Because I really haven't been doing a great deal. You know, I've been doing some streaming during weeknights, but that's been pretty much it. My sleep schedule is just broken beyond belief. I think I was up until like 5 in the morning. Oh, bonus stage. So I'm looking forward to doing that, but just the idea that I'm not going to be going anywhere or doing anything, and of course with the supply chain being broken, you know, the idea of ordering food every day in order to eat because grocery stores are out of everything, that kind of sucks. You know, I'm certainly grateful for the fact that I can still get food to bring to the house or to go pick up or whatever. You know, so it's not like I'm going to starve, but trying to eat stuff at home is starting to become less and less possible as grocery stores are just empty. And not to mention the fact that locally here they're starting to institute some pretty tight rules in terms of who can get in and how many people at once, which certainly makes sense. But trying to get stuff for delivery or pickup is just not possible right now. So I do have a delivery due on Wednesday, which I'm certainly grateful for, but I'm certainly not expecting a lot of stuff that I have on that list. We'll have to see how lucky or unlucky I get. So that's a look at Space Harrier and Hang On. And we took a look at the darts as well. It is so very easy to lose a lot of money in here. You can also spend money on the jukebox over here. I'll show you the jukebox real quick.
Some music.
And it's a variety of Sega favorites here. Got Magical Sound Shower from Outrun, Hang On, Space Harrier, Final Takeoff, which I believe is from Afterburner, Antiquity Tree, Flower Girl, Dandy Old Man, Liquor, Boz Nova, and MJQ. These are all from the Shenmue soundtrack. So when I play these, I either go with Magical Sound Shower here or Final Takeoff, and I think that's the one I'm going to go with. And yes, the jukeboxes back in the mid-1980s were still on vinyl. So here's the Afterburner theme.
Excuse me.
What?
Did you see a black car around here recently?
I see lots of black cars.
It drove through here at high speed.
High speed? Through here? No, I didn't see anything like that.
I see.
Acting!
What about that car?
It's nothing. I gotta go.
Yeah.
Have you heard anybody talking about a black car?
Nope, sure haven't.
I see.
So when you take a look on the wall here, you got the Space Harrier poster, the poster for Flicky, Hang On, Future Spy. I think those are the same posters over here. It's a nice little salute to Sega games, period. So we'll go ahead and we'll head out of the arcade before I lose any more money. And it's already 11:30. I'm in trouble. And there's the timer.
It's getting really late. I'd best get home.
So it sends you home and you actually have to go to sleep. Now, there is training, because remember that Ryo is a martial arts master. So when you go to training, you can select all moves equally. You can train hand moves, leg moves, or throw moves. I do all moves always. And then obviously you want to save. And I'm going to save in data point 2 here. There we go. And then you can go to sleep. And quite literally, that's what you do. He keeps his white t-shirt on, and that's it. And the next day begins at 8:30. Gets 9 hours of sleep. So the first thing you do in the morning is you look back at your notebook and you figure out where you're going. And then the day starts anew, and the cycle starts over, and you can advance the story as best you can. Sadly, there's nothing in the closet here. So I think this is like the study or something in here. I don't think there's anything of any consequence. Turn the light on. There might be something behind one of these posters. That just shows me that it's almost 9 o'clock. Another closet with a bunch of Sega magazines, which I'd like to think sometimes are Sega Visions magazines. And that's it for what's in here, so let's just walk on out. Okay, now here we can start looking at more things. There's a piggy bank. And sadly, you can't get anything out of the piggy bank. I think that's a move you can learn. So that helps. Turn the light on. Keep your mind as clean. Oh, it's a polished mirror. Nothing behind it. A little bit of a tease there. You think there might be something back there. Big Virtua Fighter fan. There's a thumbtack on the wall for no apparent reason. See if there's anything. No, that's not a door. Oh, there is a drawer down there. Let's see. Oh, there's pens and pencils. I don't think you can break the piggy bank, which kind of sucks. Because after spending all my money in the arcade, I need the extra money. Oh, did I just come from here? Nope. Oh, I think this is the caretaker's room. So I think we looted this room pretty good already. Yep. So let's get out of there. I'm about to get yelled at. There's the TV again. I think we looked, and I'm right. We looked at the drawers and we didn't find anything. Yeah, I think so. There is more stuff to be looked at. This is my room again? That's my room. So I think I gotta go this way. I've been wandering around my house for an hour. Oh, it's the bathroom. Mm-hmm. That's a bathroom, all right. And unlike our bathrooms, there's toilet paper in this one. Ah, yes. So this is like the temple room here.
I will get them, Father.
I don't remember whether revenge is a part of Buddhism or not. Doesn't feel like it would be, but you know. So nothing there. But it's interesting, I can rip your own house apart to try and find things.
A dragon in heaven and a comrade on earth?
Nothing but gray wall. Oh, there are drawers here. Oh, what's this? Tissues? Candles. Thinking much like Shenmue now. Shenmue's the one with like all the facial tissues you can get that people basically like throw at you. Oh no, wait a minute. And matches? Yeah, need those. Let's... Oh, this is so bewildering. Come on. Turn around. There we go. Nothing in there. It's robbing my house, the game. I think I took everything out of this room that I can. Okay. Oh, wait a minute now. Hang on. Did I see some drawers up there? Yep. Nothing there. Nothing there. Okay, I think that's pretty much everything. Well, I guess you're not allowed to go out that way. What do we got here? 20 after 11? Oh, wait a minute.
Dear Ryo, those who follow the path of a warrior must be ready to die. In order to stand by their convictions. Live for one's convictions. Die for one's convictions. That is how I lived my life.
When did he write that?
Ryo, it is up to you to discover your path. And
does he keep this?
Follow it through.
My father must have known that Landi was coming.
Okay. I want to go back to that drawer there. Here we go. Ah, wait. What's this?
Huh. What's this key for?
And now I can just stare at it.
But to what?
Oh, it's a mysterious key.
This may come in handy.
Who'd have thought that a key might come in handy? Turn the light on, because we'll turn every light in the house on. Now, what else is there in here? Oh, wait. Nope. Whee! Nothing in there. So we're about 40 minutes or so from the unlocking of Persona 5 Royal, which I have pre-downloaded, so I'm ready for that to be nothing. So we're ready for that to be unlocked. I strongly recommend if you're buying digitally, especially if you're certain that you're going to buy something, to do the pre-downloading whenever you can, because Sony is starting to throttle some of their speeds because everyone is using the internet right now. When Final Fantasy VII Remake comes out in a couple of weeks, I'll be downloading that as soon as it's available for download, so that excuse me, so that I can have that ready for the day it comes out. But I'm looking forward to playing Persona 5 Royal. I honestly didn't play the first game all that much, or the original Persona 5 all that much. And I had been kind of on the fence in terms of getting this game. But I've heard that the game is long. It's 150 hours or so. And right now during this time when I have nowhere else to go, it's probably a good idea to have something to try and keep me occupied. So that is the plan. So I will definitely be looking forward to playing that very shortly here. Oh. This is too funny. Like, I have spent the last 3 hours just ransacking my own house. I don't know why Ine-san doesn't ask me what I'm doing. Why are you taking stuff off the wall, Ryo? Suppose I can talk to her so she can yell at me.
Ine-san.
Ryo-san, you mustn't be reckless. It won't change anything. I don't wish to scold you, but I will say what I have to say.
Ine-san, I understand.
Okay. Well, that wasn't as bad as it could have been. Can I open the fridge? Nope. No fridge opening for you. Alright, so let's go ahead and we'll get our allowance, which will bring us back to over 10,000. And you can open up this case too, by the way. I think. There's rain boots in there. And poorly textured sneakers are in there. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, flashlight. Can use that. So we'll close that. Okay, and we will get going. So, like I mentioned, when you do leave the house...
Are you going out?
Yeah.
I'm going to get yelled at here first.
You were late returning home last night.
Yes, a little.
I would appreciate it if you could come home by 11.
Okay, I understand.
So as you can see now, you have two different places that you can start. And I'll start at Sakuragaoka. So that takes away some of the needless travel.
Sumiya-san,
Hi, Ryo.
on the day of the incident, did you see a black car?
A black car? No, I didn't. Tell me, what's the deal with that car?
It's nothing.
It's Sumiya Seinfeld. What is the deal with that car?
Hey.
Hey, mister! Wanna play with me?
Sorry, maybe later, okay?
Everyone wants me to play with them. That Ryo's a popular fella. So this is a back way into Dobuita. And I think it takes you pretty much into the shopping district. So I gotta go to see Nozomi. First, we'll stop at the park here.
Hi, Ayuka.
Hi, Oreo. You know my daddy? He bakes bread every day. My daddy's bread tastes really good, but hot dogs are my very best favorite.
Gotta go visit my buddy Tom. Let's see. There's someone else over here I can talk to.
Sorry, young'un. Would you mind asking someone else?
Komine-san,
Hi. What can I get you?
it's about that day.
Yeah.
Did you see anything unusual?
The day the snow turned to rain, right?
That's right.
It was really chilly, so I raised the temperature for preparing the dough a little bit higher than usual. But I guessed wrong, and the dough didn't rise properly.
Well, see you. That day, did you see a black car?
A black car?
Yeah, did you see a black car pass by here at high speed?
Well now, I don't remember seeing one.
I see.
A black car. Well, why don't you ask around?
That's what I'm doing, dude. Thanks for nothing. We can go back here. Oh, there's the arcade. I gotta stay away from there. Gonna be out of money. Oh, the flower shop's over here.
Yuriko-san,
Oh, Rio.
did you happen to see a black car that day?
A black car?
Yeah, it probably came through here at high speed.
Well, I don't think I saw it.
I see.
Why don't you ask at Komine Bakery or Uokichi Seafood? They're usually out in front of their shops, so they might have seen it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Which flower shop is that? I'm confused because I thought that's where Nozomi was. Smiley flower shop. Wait a minute. I eat a florist, so I gotta go to a different floral shop there. Yep, that guy's not gonna talk to me, which is probably for the better, because he always wants to beat me up. Stand in line, bucko. It's my buddy Tom. So you can see all the different places. So I gotta keep going up the road here. I think I gotta go down this little pathway. I think she's down here somewhere. Or not. Alright. MJQ Jazz and Bar. I don't think we're going to get there in this episode or in this stream, but that's one of the more interesting ones. Ah, there she is. Let's advance the story.
Nozomi.
Rio, have things settled down for you any?
Yeah.
If there's anything I can do, be sure to let me know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On that day, the snow changed to rain. I heard you were splashed with mud from a speeding car.
Yeah,
What kind of car was it?
it was black, and the kind of luxury car you don't normally see around here.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see who was in the car?
No, I didn't. It was too fast. But I heard a rumor that Tom had an argument with the people in the car.
Do you mean Tom at the hot dog truck?
Yeah. Why are you asking about that car?
No reason. See you later.
Rio,
Hmm?
cheer up, will ya?
Yeah, see you.
Ugh. Oh, man. That's Rio's girlfriend, by the way. And, that's so good.
Tom,
Hey, Rio!
tell me about those men in the black car.
What?
Nozomi told me you had
What?
words with the guys driving the black car.
No, I don't remember.
They might have been the ones who murdered my father.
Your father?
Please try to think.
Right, man. I'll try.
Oh, no. Oh.
Those guys in the black car, what were they like?
I saw a guy wearing this weird coat.
What kind of coat?
It was a deep green. Maybe velvet or silk. Like something Chinese.
That's Landi. What happened?
They almost hit one of my customers, so I gave them a piece of my mind. But that man, he gave me this glare. I ain't never seen such a cold stare, man.
Do you remember anything else?
No. Try asking Chinese people about Chinese.
Do you know any Chinese?
Sorry, man. But see that travel agency over there? They get some Chinese customers. I'll ask around for you too, man. Come by later.
Okay. So now we have to find Chinese people. What are we looking at here? Probably go for another 5 or 10 minutes.
Excuse me.
Yes?
I'm looking for someone who knows about Chinese people. Do you know anyone?
Why don't you try the Chinese restaurant near the drugstore?
You mean the Ajiji?
Yes? I'm sure their employees are all Chinese.
Thank you very much.
So now we gotta find the Chinese restaurant. And this is what the game is now it is fetch quests and go here and do this. While there is definitely some exploration that you can do, there is a lot of not only time management but also like task management. So we have to go to Aichi, so that's going to be down there. So we have to keep going this way, I think.
Hey, wait a minute.
What?
Hey, Hazuki, you think you can bump into me and not even apologize?
Yeah, jerk. Apologize to Enoki-san.
Well, maybe I'll just beat an apology out of you.
I don't have time for this. Get lost.
That's it, your history. Ha! Take this. Come on, Rosa. Come on.
Yeah!
That's it. Oh! Damn, you're pretty tough.
He didn't even kick you that hard.
I don't have time to play your little games.
Yes, I'm sorry.
You don't mess with me again. Got it?
All right.
Because if you do, we're going to do more QuickTime events.
Hey, are you okay? Can you get up?
Can you get that plant stalk out of your mouth? Meanwhile, back at Wayne Manor. I think I gotta get down here. Oh, I think this is... I think this is it over here. Yep.
Tao-san.
Yes?
Are there any other Chinese people around here?
Why do you want to know about other Chinese?
Nothing, really.
Is it something to do with what happened to your father?
Yes.
Oh no. Not all Chinese people are bad.
I understand that, but the only clue I have is that they were Chinese. Please, is there anything you could tell me?
You say Chinese people around here? But there's quite a lot of them compared to before. We don't really know the newcomers.
I see.
Why don't you tell him about the 3 blades?
Oh, the 3 blades.
3 blades? What are the 3 blades?
It literally refers to 3 different blades that represent 3 different trades.
The barber, the tailor, and the cook. They all use bladed tools. The barber uses a razor. The tailor uses scissors. And the cook uses knives.
Ah, I get it.
Most of the Chinese who came to Japan were one of the 3. It doesn't cost much to set up, so you can start the business quickly. People of the 3 blades also know each other very well.
Right.
It's a good idea to ask them if you're looking for information on people from China.
Who are some of the 3 blade people around here?
For the barber, visit Maeda-san. For the tailor, see Itoi-san, who's making patches now. For the cook, go and ask Mampu Kuken Ramen. The 3 blade people should know about other Chinese people as well.
Oh, there's
I also don't like the way she's holding that knife.
Shop, the Liu Barber and Hair Salon, but Liu-san's father is in the hospital now. His family's having a hard time. The shop's been closed recently.
So, I should go and speak with Maeda-san, Itoi-san, and Mampukuken Ramen, right?
Yes.
I see. Thank you very much.
And thus begins the search for the 3 blades. And I think at this point, we are going to wrap it up. So the screen's going to go black for a minute while I save, so just hang in there. There we go. And we'll see if we get back to this at some point. I don't think I'm going to do any streaming of Persona 5 because that's very narrative-based, and I don't know a lot about it. I don't have a lot of history with it, so if I do any streaming over the next few days, it'll be different things. I'm thinking about maybe going back to the Sega Genesis collection. I might do that. I might do some more golf, some more baseball, and I have some other arcade games that I might do as well. In the meantime, I hope you guys are taking care of yourselves and each other. Try and get through this thing any way you can, and until the next time, see you later.